Hello and welcome back to our channel where we speak all about trading and really the future trading and understanding the technical analysis, mindset, psychology of trading and really looking to grow together. Okay, so for those that don't know me, my name is Avi Aronov and I have a great habit of making sure that anytime I'm doing something, if it's in business, if it's in life, if it's in trading, as we are speaking about here, I have a great habit of making sure that I look for the right type of mentors that already achieved great results that will be able to shorten my gap and help me go to that next level. So gratefully, I found this right mentor, which is in New York, down in Manhattan on Wall Street, trading in a very large firm. I have a meeting with him this week, actually, and also prepared a lot of questions. Now, I want to share with you the type of things that I go through and what I think to make sure that will be able to help you shorten the gap of the learnings and expedite your results to your success. Now, if you would think that trading it's an easy game, it's not as easy, but there is certain principles that we need to really look at. One principle, which will be basically our edge. What that means, we need to make sure that we know exactly our system. We know exactly what we're looking at. We know exactly what we're looking for, and we're trading only our system. Now, when I'm saying that we need to know how we're trading our system, that means that we have to know what are our confirmations, why we're going to enter, why we're going to exit, why we are really going to take profit. Can we hold it longer before we take profit? Right? So we have to understand those things. Otherwise, if somebody tells you when to enter, why to enter, and all of that type of ideas, it will be very difficult for you to be profitable in the event that this person disappears. Like there is a lot of traders that made a ton of money and lost it very fast right afterwards. It's just like a lottery. If you don't have the right mindset and you don't have the understanding of how to use the money to grow it, then you will lose that money very fast. It's statistically proven over and over again. Okay, so overall, how I look at things, okay, even when I had my first mentor, Bob Proctor, which was, really always trying to understand how I'm thinking. And he used to tell me, how you're looking at this, let's say an example of earning money, how you're looking at growing companies, how you are looking at speaking in front of the very large amount of people, which one time he brought me to about 12,000 people in Mexico City. And it was amazing. And with my English, with my accent, with my, barrier of vocabulary and whatnot, I was still, able to stand there and do my presentation as, as comfortable as I would want to be in front of the audience. And he used to ask me how you look at it, why you think that it's so easy. Most people have the biggest fear speaking in front of people. And I always used to say, if you can do it, I know that not only I can do it, but I can do it better. Okay, now he even used to say that to audience because audience used to laugh at that. And he said, if you really understand Avi, he's not saying it from egoistic type of standpoint. He's not saying it because he thinks he's better than somebody. It's just the mindset that you want to have. And it's coming back to trading right here. Okay, why? Because when I speak to my mentor, he shows me something. Okay, and many times what happened, people look at it and we're really looking at the same thing, the same pictures. Two people look at the same picture, but many times people see different things in the picture. Okay, so it's very important to understand that, hey, if let's say an example, Avi is showing me this trend line. So it's very simple to understand how to use that trend line. Okay, now I will share with you that for myself even, okay, right now I'm going to a different strategy. Like I'm learning more as we go, right? And I will be teaching you a lot as well for about those things that I'm learning, okay, because they have a great edge. But before I teach you, I want to make sure that I learn that myself. Now, you don't understand the level of frustration I go through. It's crazy. Like I'm going through such level of frustration that I'm like, okay, you know what? I don't want to trade today because I don't want to make mistakes of over trading or taking the wrong trades or forcing trades or having a fear of missing out, FOMO and other things like that. So I just don't take trades. I actually did an execution on one trade that I had open, CVS, and what happened? I put it as a stop. I put it as a stop loss. Not sure why the system just filled me in. Now, this is why it will be very important also in one of my videos that I will make about the actual platform to understand how to use the platform. Okay, because otherwise you can have potential massive losses because of that. Now, today might be a couple of hundreds, tomorrow will be in the thousands as you grow and you build that edge. Okay, so lesson number one, what's important is to understand that if somebody can do it, you can do it as well, and you can do it even better. It's all a mindset game. If you believe you can do it, you will do it. If you believe you cannot do it, you will not do it. Simple as that. Okay, number one. Number two, nothing moves unless you put action into it. So if, let's say an example, I have this paper here, right? And I want to give that paper to this hand, right? I can think about it all I want. I can plan about it and whatnot. But until I finally don't give that paper to that hand, nothing will happen. And why that's it's a very important lesson to understand, because overall on the markets, many people start to learn the markets, learn confirmations, learn their edge. And then they think, okay, I understood the market, I understood everything, but yet I'm not having enough profits. I'm not having enough losses, enough gains to really see if what I'm learning is working out. Why I share that? Because I went through that as well. Okay, so it's very, very, very important to understand that until you don't actually pass that paper over from one hand to the other, nothing will work. The same thing happens with trading. If you don't take and you don't pass, you don't click on execution, or you don't put those orders in and let your trades happen, then you will not have profitable or lossful months. Okay, it's very important to understand that. Now, I have some people that talk to me about trading, and they have a couple of thousands of dollars in the account, and they said, you know what, I will go and make a potential loss of, let's say, $500 to $1,000. That's not the right way to do it. Why? Because if, let's say an example, $10,000 and you risking $500 to $1,000, you can only take 10 trades. Now, what happened if we talk about risk to reward of 2.5 to 1, meaning we risk 100 to gain 250, you can lose 7 trades. Okay, but at the beginning, as you start, if you lose, let's say an example, the entire 10 trades, you lost your entire account. And as a matter of fact, you have margin, so you can do it, but you will lose your entire account and you still don't have an edge. So then you will get frustrated, you will get overwhelmed, you will get emotionally attached to it, and you will have anger at the wrong thing. The anger should be only versus you, that you did the non-systematical approach. Okay, it's super important to understand the approach that you're taking that is basically, within the right parameters to tradings. For me, I sometimes take trades and I recognize that they are not with my confirmations. I recognize that they are not with what I'm learning from my mentor. And then the moment I recognize that, I'm like, wait. I might be profitable on those trades, but it's not something that I actually planned. It's not something that I actually thought to go to such an extent. So I'm not happy about that. How can I correct it? And be very truthful with yourself, because at the end of the day, it's only you versus you. Nobody is versus you. Not the market and not the neighbor and nobody. Really nobody. You versus you. It's so important. I always repeat that. When my mentors start to talk to me and ask me why you are entering to the market, I told them that really because I understand it's only me versus me. Just like in the business world, I understand it's me versus me. You have to be creative. You have to be very, like creative about your own ideas of what you're doing in business and the way you are approaching it, and not looking at competitors and thinking that if they do, I have to do. You don't have to do those things. And that's one of the things that I learned from Bob as well. Here is the same thing. Why? Because in trading you have thousands and thousands of strategies. You will have tons of people saying, hey, I'm gaining so much, hey, I'm getting X, Y, Z, and why you should do their strategy. But you need to make sure that you get comfortable with what you are doing. And it doesn't mean that you cannot have 5 strategies. You just want to make sure that you feel comfortable with each strategy and have the enough understanding so you don't screw up on the long term. Because we don't want to have you here for a week, a month, a year, or be very inconsistent. Okay, so it's super important that you have that consistency. And that's what I thought, to come in and just really speak about the challenge that I'm going through from the software understanding and the software development of what we're doing right now for like a new strategy that I'm looking at, understanding a bit more the technical stuff, because as I always say, I don't like to say it, but with technical takes me a bit longer to understand. That's why also trading took me a bit of a longer learning gap, because I didn't even know how to execute. So that's why I'm looking forward to this one video, and I'm really hoping that you will be able to watch and learn quite a bit about that, because what I want to do, I want to simplify it to the nitty gritty, so it's not going to be complicated to the regular person coming in, if he is technical or not technical. Okay, the newer trader that coming in. Okay, and I will basically speak to you about how to execute, how to put all those brackets of taking profit, stop losses, how to move your stop loss, how to make sure that you're doing the right thing so you are not going to have the wrong position. And there is some secrets that I didn't know that made me lose a lot of money, that over the years that I've been looking at the software and speaking to the company, the brokerage, I learned a lot of things which they will not share with you unless you go through that mistake and then you say, hey, why that happened? Then they share with you, or you see a video of somebody that explaining, because they already gained that experience. Okay, so I will be sharing with you, and yeah, I'm looking forward to the other educational videos that we will be doing, because it's just amazing the type of plan we have for this channel, and to share with you our growth, to share with you your growth, and the really amazing journey that we're building for this community. Thank you for tuning in. See you in the next one. Again, my name is Avi Aronov, and it's my enjoyment to actually make those type of videos. Thank you, and see you in the next one.